Hey ladies, it's Tanner. Welcome to another video, and clearly by the title and thumbnail, this video, I'm gonna go Gabby, Hannah, and Tana Mojo all over this story time. So if you guys like story times, then keep on watching. So before we start, I just want to say that the place that I live, I work for the people who own them. That's all I'm gonna say, and so does my cousin who used to live with me. I want to say almost a year ago, this lady moves in below. I'm like, it's not a big deal. She's like, I want to say, I don't really know how old she is, but like I want to say she's like late 20s, like early 30s, but like don't drag me because I don't really know. She moves in, Gabe and I are like Gabe's my neighbor, and we're just like, we don't know. So, but she's a single lady, like it's not that big of a deal. I thought that was her. When she was moving in, she moved all her crap in. I don't think she had a lot of crap, but she moved these two hideous blue chairs into the breezeway. The breezeway is like the stairs where you walk up, like it's enclosed kind of not. She has these two stupid blue lawn chairs out there, and I'm like, why? Like, so Gabe and I purposely trip on them so like she can hear us like tripping over them to like move them, but she's allowed to move them. So like, and that's not good enough reason to like put a note on her door. So we just like let that slide. I want to say about a week after she moved in. And the reason I told you guys that my cousin and I work for the company of the place that we live in is because I do cleaning and he does the maintenance. I'm like pointing to his old room. He doesn't live here anymore. So she finds that out. I don't know how. Actually, I think I know how she found it out. Like the office manager told her that we live here also, but she figured out where we lived and like what unit and everything else. And she was specifically told not to bother us. Like, this is our home. Like, this is our like rest and relaxation. Like, this is our time. Like, if we're here, we're not on the clock. So you don't bother us. That's like someone like coming from your work and like coming to your house and knocking on your door, asking you to work. Like, that's even happened to me. And I'm just like, what? No. I want to say it's about 12:30 at night. Literally, people are in bed, people are falling asleep, people are already asleep. I just want to say after 9 p.m, leave people alone. 9 o'clock, you don't know these people, like you don't interrupt their time. It's 12:30 at night, I'm watching Netflix, you know, I'm dozing off, about to fall asleep, and I hear a doorbell ring, and I'm like, oh wow. I was like, that's a weird spot for this TV show to put a doorbell in. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. You know, that's really odd. Like, that just should not have went there. Like, that's too, and it didn't sound real, but like it didn't sound fake. So I was like, maybe I'm hearing things. So I wait probably a good 2 minutes. Like, that doesn't seem like a long time, but like, you know, when, you know, awkward things they seem like they take forever. So I'm like, okay. So like I get up, I put some clothes on, and I peek out my bedroom window because my bedroom is in the front. There's a window in the breezeway, so you have some type of light. I like peek out my blinds, and I'm like, someone is standing outside of my apartment. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't order anything. No one should be dropping anything off at 12:30 at night. Maybe someone has the wrong address. Like, that's happened before. Like, I get that. But I'm like mortified. So I like get up and I like text Jordan. I'm like, Jordan, someone's at the door. I walk up to my front, I'm pointing like, here's my front door. I get up and I'm like, what is going on? So I look through my people, literally staring at the people. I look out the people and it's her. I am like, what in the heck is going on? Like, are we being loud? Is my TV too loud? Like, I get that. If my TV's too loud and she's trying to sleep, it's like not that big of a deal. I like open the door, like I crack the door. I'm like, yeah? And she's like, I was told that the maintenance people lived here. And I'm like, okay. At this point in the situation, I am so annoyed. I'm like, I am sleeping. It is 12:30 at night. Your apartment better be on fire, and like I need to evacuate because I am not here for this. Like, it's midnight, I have to get up in the morning. Like, no, I'm not here for this. This is what's going on in my mind, and I'm just like, are you serious? So I said, okay. Like, I didn't answer her. I was not going to answer her. So she says, I was told that the maintenance person lives here, and like my fridge is leaking. And in my head, I'm like, your fridge is leaking. I was like, okay, that's kind of an issue. Like, that's not a life or death situation, but like maybe her fridge is like profusely leaking. Like, there's water everywhere. Like, her apartment is covered and she's on the second floor, and that can go down to the first one. So I'm just like mortified. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is an emergency. So I was like, I can come look at it if you want me to, but like, I don't know what to do. So she was like, okay, yeah. We go down to her apartment. Oh my God, when she opened the door, I was going to vomit. It smelled so bad. It's like, you've been there a week. a week. What died in here? Like, it was bad. And I'm just like holding my breath. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, so where is it leaking? So she walks me over to the fridge. I'm like, oh my gosh, this whole apartment's gonna be flooded. No, literally walk in the living room, almost die because it smells so bad. And then I walk into the kitchen, nothing's on the floor, you know, nothing's going on. So she opens the fridge, see, it's leaking right there. The freezer's on top and the fridge is on the bottom, you know, a normal apartment-sized fridge. And she's like, oh my God, it's leaking so bad. It's like a couple drops every like 10 seconds. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, are you insane? Like, why are you knocking on my door at 12:30 at night? Because your fridge is leaking. Yes, I get it, it's a maintenance issue, like I understand. And I'm just like, okay, so like, it's leaking from the freezer to the fridge. I was like, do you have anything to put underneath it? She was like, yeah, I have some bowls I can put underneath there. And I'm like, great, put a bowl underneath there so the water can be caught and you can dump the water out later. I literally, like, aside from this, like, here's me and here's her, like, conversation, like, this is what I said. I looked at her. I said, it's 12:30 at night. I said, literally, everyone's asleep. I said, I don't know what you want me or anyone else to do about this right now. I said, the best solution is for you to take a bowl and put it in the fridge to catch the water. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing Jordan can do. There's nothing no one can do. I was like, Lowe's is closed. All the repair places are closed. I'm just like so annoyed that she had the nerve to come up to my apartment when she was told not to, especially at 12:30 at night. After I told her about the bowl and how it catches water, because I don't know why she wasn't like there to like figure that one out. So this is what I told her. I said, I will call the office in the morning and tell them what's going on with your fridge. I said, when will you be up? So we can get over here and get it fixed as soon as possible. I'm thinking, she's like, I'm gonna be up at 8 a.m. for you. You know, if you want something done, you like move around other people's schedule, especially like this. Like the world doesn't revolve around you. Even though you think it does, because you came knocking on my door at 12:30 at night when I was almost asleep. I said, so what time will you be up so they can come over here tomorrow? Like I said, thinking that she'll be up at 8 a.m. for us to be at her door to fix it. She goes, I work 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. so like I'll be up around 11 a.m. I'm like, what? You come knocking at my door at midnight, 12:30 in the morning, and you don't want this fixed until 11 a.m. the next day, but you are so concerned about it right now. Like, wouldn't you want it fixed as soon as possible if you're knocking on someone's door at freaking 12:30 at night? I'm so annoyed. I'm like, I just look at her. I'm like, you'll be up at 11 a.m. in the morning for us to come fix it. Yeah, I just work really late. In my head, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I used to work 3 to 11:30 for 2 years, and I would be up at 8 a.m. to go to my part-time job that I had to be at and get off at 2 and go back to work at 3. In my head, I'm just like, people say I'm a horrible millennial. Look at this woman. Who knows if she's a millennial? But I'm blown away by this. So I told her, I said, I'll call the office in the morning. I'll tell them that you'll be up around 11 a.m. for your convenience, and we'll have someone over here to fix your horribly leaking fridge at 11 a.m. She's like, okay, thanks. And I'm just like, I hate you. You are an idiot. So I leave her apartment like gagging because it smells so freaking bad. Like I want to like go in there and like air freshen it out, but I can't. So that's the story of my insane, crazy freaking neighbor. That's basically the end of the story. We got our fridge fixed. It wasn't profusely leaking and like gonna ruin the place, and the place wasn't burning down, so no one died. And the moral that I want you to take away from this story is that if you live in an apartment or somewhere that you rent or anything, like someone better be dying or the place better be on fire for you to call your landlord or your maintenance person, or better yet, walk up to their door, knock on it. Moral of the story, don't bother people at 12:30 at night because you know what? You have issues. I'm sure she's a great person. Lies. If you guys did like this story time, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments down below if you like these story times, because I don't really typically do story times a lot. If you guys have any suggestions for me, also leave those in the comments down below, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys next time.
You got that lemonade, but baby I ain't buying. Need something hotter to melt the ice. Get you some Gatorade. dying from drooling over me. They